guys, welcome back to the channel. Frontwoods Farmer here. Got up a little early today, couldn't sleep, arms were going numb. I got a pinched nerve in my back and I got carpal tunnel real bad. It's I think it's like 5:30 in the morning, so we're up, we're moving. We got the gooseneck hooked up, going out to Rodgers Ohio auction. We bought a bunch of equipment. I wanted to show you guys today, share with you what we've been doing and why there hasn't been updates to the greenhouse, because I haven't been working on the greenhouse. We've been doing too much around the farm. So stick with me and I'll show you some equipment we're doing today. It'll be a short little video, but pretty cool. All right, thanks guys. First, we gotta straighten all our bills. I got charged $850 for something I didn't even buy here, and then it was an online, probably Rodgers' first online auction ever in 100 years or whatever. And so I figured there was going to be some problems, but I'm sure they'll take care of it. My bidder number didn't even come up on the winning history. It was somebody else's, so it must have been a clerical error. One time, this farm here on your right, on the left, it's all broken down. It was a really thriving farm. Another thing that happens when you get too much family together, I guess, it is too greedy and doesn't remember why the farm and everything else was started. That's why I have a feeling the next, who knows how many, 20, 100 years, I don't think you're going to see as many farms as you think. I think you're going to have more homesteading. Because the homesteaders, they tend to have that old American farming pride, you know, that's been lost. It's a shame. Every farming's been commercialized, and, you know, since the 80s, where the big banks would just bail out the huge commercial farms, and I think that's when real farms actually died. It was the 80s. All the small mom and pop work hard farms that are struggling to get where they're supposed to go, they pretty much went out of business. Nobody was helping, you know. Banks would bail out the bigger farms. It's a shame. Yeah, everything's changing. Change is good sometimes, but what I found out lately, change hasn't been too good. Even like Rodgers out here. I've been going to Rodgers since I've been a little kid. It was a nice place. Yeah, it was geared towards family oriented, and, you know, it's kind of gotten away from that. You know, you don't see as many little kids anymore, and you got adults acting like kids that don't know how to behave themselves, and, you know, that's just how you're raised, though, and a lack of morals and respect that's going on today. It's a shame, but, you know, this video is supposed to be fun, so we'll forget all about that. Look at Corky's here on the left and keep heading out. Get to Rodgers, do a little filming, and film on the way back what we got. While we're on the road, I figured I'd chit chat a little bit. If I have anybody on here that farms or homesteads or does anything like that, or is in the equipment sales business, what I don't understand is about 5 years ago, when you rewind to when them well pads were really going strong around PA, West Virginia, and Ohio, a $2,500 disc is now, you know, $700-800. Auction prices then were an all-time low, and you could get those discs for a premium price, $200-300 bucks. Now the auction prices are actually, I've noticed this the last 2 years, big time. The auction prices are much higher than you can sell the equipment for in 70, 80% of the equipment. Now, I know all about supply and demand and how that works. However, I cannot figure it out. A brush hog, biggest one, a back blade. I've had an old back blade I've been trying to sell for almost 3 years. It's not even old. It was a brand new 6-foot blade. Yesterday I ended up taking $200 for it, brand new. There are used 6-foot blades that sold at this auction for $400 or $500. It's not a question of quality. It's the same brands basically, same thickness gauge steel, which in my opinion now is junk, but that's what you're paying for. You know, if you want a bush hog or something more heavy duty, you pay for that name. If you want a county line product from Tractor Supply, you're paying for that name. You know, I'm not saying that they're complete junk. They hold up to whatever, you know, compact tractor guys, homeowners, you know, residential work, things like that are going to hold up to. However, the commercial stuff is a little higher, but what I don't understand is the auction prices. Why are these auction prices so through the roof? You used to go to an auction, you know, do some wrenching and find things for, you know, if you didn't have a lot of money, a lot of kids or just were poor, you know, you go here and pick something up, you know, a few $100, whatever. But now it just seems like outrageous. I mean, you could find things that are destroyed junk. You know, a couple post pounders were here that, you know, I think I scrap better ones. They're going for $1,000. You can go online right now and find them for $500 or $600 on Craigslist. Why aren't these people looking on Craigslist? They're tech savvy enough to do it online at an auction. Is it like at Ego with the auctions? Because it's online, you can't have an ego problem online. You ain't bidding against no one. Technically you are, but you know, you guys know what I'm saying. If you've ever been to a live auction, you ain't staring another guy in the face trying to think at that split second. You've had all week to preview it, look at pictures, think about it, think of your top dollar. You know. I mean, I guess you'd say, getting back to the blacksmith video I was talking about, I guess you would say that it turned out great for my first time making one. And what I was doing, I don't think I shared in the video, but there's a YouTuber I watch. I don't know him, he don't know me. I love his work. He was on Forged and Fire. If you YouTube Old Hickory Forge, John. The guy's a pretty cool guy. Me and my kids watch him like crazy. Really, he's a really experienced, talented blacksmith that I think in some of his videos, watching his confidence, sells himself very short. And he's like, oh, I'm not a professional blacksmith. The heck you ain't. I mean, you do amazing work. So we copycatted one of his videos, but we didn't actually copycat it. When I was filming, I gave him all credit, so that's where the credit's going to. I didn't do it exactly like him, but that's where I got the idea. We made a bottle opener, but it turned out pretty good for the first time. We did everything on cool too, and the biggest thing was we didn't burn up what we were making. And if you ever worked with coal, you'll know it's very easy to burn up your metal. I mean, you could work on something for a week. There we go, Rodgers, Ohio, right on the right. So you could work on something for a week, and in a matter of seconds, just burn it up. We did that with our first railroad spike knife. I had to take some metal off because I burnt the edge. If you've never been to Rodgers, you should check it out. The second Tuesday every month, they have an equipment auction. It used to be the first Tuesday. They changed up on that for some reason. And when you say, on Fridays they have a flea market. When you say flea market, you know the term, where it come from. Love Rodgers? Yeah, fleas everywhere. I mean, it's disgusting. When you come home, it's like you got a thick coat of grime on you. But it's worth going to. A lot of cool things. They have an awesome website. They're getting more into the technical world, so it's not good for the buyer, but it's great for the seller. And there's still a lot of good deals out here. I think we're gonna skip the east entrance, go right to the office. I have to go in the office first and try to get this bill straightened out. Hopefully somebody's there. So we're about an hour away. I don't know what it took us to get here today. iPhone and everybody else and all them, smart people, I guess, a lot smarter than me, but they didn't think anybody would want to see what time it was when you're filming. I know what time we left. I don't know what time we got here. I guess they still want you to wear a watch. You go wear a watch with your phone. Everybody's like, well, why would you need to wear a watch if you have a cell phone? I guess if you're filming. The only thing I don't understand is why I don't widen this path. I mean, I could swing it, but you're older, something like that, but even a longer trailer. I have a 30-foot gooseneck. It's hard enough to get in here. I don't know if we'll film us loading equipment. Probably not. Probably just film a little bit on the way home, then offloading at the house, because I don't know how they feel out here about filming. I know it's a public place and you're allowed to and everything else, but I just don't feel right about it if people don't feel, you know, good about what I'm doing. So we can ask, but it's going to take up a lot of everybody's time, and I think during this pandemic, it just ain't the right time to ask about filming anything here. So this is the flea market where they normally have the equipment, but they added in the east entrance towards that part. This month, May auction's normally the best. It was the worst I've seen. It's like a January auction. And this is where all the fleas go to sell, on the flea market. Just kidding, but this is all the spots. That's why they're all numbered. And we're gonna go in the office. Catch you guys in a few. Really film much on the way back. I'd like to get a few shots, but you know what? We're heavy. I don't think it's very safe, so we'll get you some shots of unloading, but some of the stuff we picked up, a 4-bottom 3-point plow, 10-foot call to mulcher, nice little John Deere hay bind, and then I scored this awesome Colombian vise here. See that? Yep. Yeah, real quick, we are on our way home, but that's that old farm I was telling you guys about. Right on the railroad tracks, right through the farm. State highways. That was a nice farm.
Honest work out in the field. Cornbread in my mama's kitchen.
Farm equipment. You always got in for buzz. I got this microwave here that everybody wanted to throw out, and we're going to use it as a ramp. All right, I guess you can't use a microwave for a ramp, but we try. We just unloaded the hay bind, the call to mulcher, the 4-bottom plow, Colombian vise. You'll see that too. And I got some footage I just threw in there of unloading the hay bind. I was bumping that all over the greenhouse. And we're heading back to Rodgers, Ohio. We're gonna pick up our second load. Probably after gonna go today or tomorrow for a third load. So I'm gonna get a little more footage for you guys. I didn't get a lot of views, but the hay binds are really hard to figure out how to load, unload, put the tongues on. So maybe I'll do a short video for you guys out there. That way, if you go to haul them, you kind of know what you're doing. Because my first time at it, it was a disaster. And now, first try, pick them up level, put them down, everything goes good, nothing gets broke. So yeah, maybe we'll do a short video on that too. Get you guys a quick shot going 65 north over the Falston Bridge. It's a relatively new bridge. It really helped me out a lot, travel time. forget what they call it. It's like a memorial bridge. Run 65 here, crossing the Falston Bridge. Pick up on 51 northbound. Just run 51 the whole way out like we did earlier. You're on the right. A little mechanical guy. I thought that was pretty cool. And we're back through into the town of Rodgers again. Second load home. Got a couple turf tires, rock rake, bell spear, little bucket, gumball machine. Welding table, it's adjustable, apple sorter, antique.